What you want?
That's what came in my head. I'm what you need. Yeah. Ancestor music is Negro spirituals. It's a wine.
Yeah.
They on a different wavelength.
I gotta put it down like that way now.
It's okay, Zay. I'm with
on the
you.
same team.
Yeah, they're on the same wave.
Nicki's fun.
Oh,
that's so chaotic.
I was
Alright. Dang, this is the hardest one. Rihanna and Nicki Minaj impact different social classes.
Yeah.
Entirely. True. So it's like, you know, certain people tap into Rihanna, certain people tap into Nicki.
So let's do the music thing.
So say musically.
I'm gonna go with Rihanna. She got more.
She definitely has more
classic
hits.
albums and hits, even classic albums. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Nicki's main, like her whole like magnum opus is Pink Friday. I feel like true, but hey, Rihanna got some.
Well, that's also the thing too.
You know what I'm saying? So we just talking about their music standalone. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna got just so much. I feel like she got a lot that's probably like really fucking good that people tap into, from Anti, you know, even the one she put out before Good Girls Gone Bad, the one with SOS and all that, you know.
The one where she's got the honey blonde.
My mom used to like that shit, you know what I'm saying? I think her music just lasts longer, you know what I'm saying? She got more staying power with the stuff she put out.
Nicki's potency is just there right now. We see a lot of her influence more than we do Rihanna's right now. That's the only reason it feels. It's like recency bias almost.
It's not even to Rihanna's fault because she hasn't dropped since when, you know what I'm saying?
The other magnificent thing about how she's been able to use music to pivot everywhere else and drop music but still be like relevant and desired is crazy. Originally I felt like Rihanna was the one. I feel like Nicki Minaj only wins to me solely off of how much she's not only trailblazed for herself and others, but she's gotten a lot more hate than Rihanna has and still like shown up and dominated. For whatever reason, she's the highest selling female artist, rap artist at least.
Still, yeah.
That's something you can't take away from her. And Rihanna didn't have as many hurdles as Nicki Minaj did. So that's why
I think it's hard to, like, the genres, like, Rihanna's touched every genre except for female rap, really? Like that. Well, come on now, you know what I mean though? But like Nicki does have to go up a lot against like misogyny, male rappers and that kind of industry. But she's been talking crazy lately, so like she's talking crazy.
But we talking about pride.
Yeah, we talking about pride. But like it's kind of hard to justify it because Rihanna's music career wasn't as long as Nicki's because she chose to move differently.
Right.
So it's like she took herself out, but she is very relevant. I have to go with Rihanna.
Yes.
No, because I want to say Rihanna because of her fluidity between genres and like her range of songs. But like Nicki's,
who had you in more of a chokehold? That's a good one. Like you cannot get away from them. You cannot stop.
See, I was singing "Fly." I came to win and doing both parts. Like that's really where I'm at. You know what I mean? I was like, "Fly." Sometimes trying to lock me in. Then they crap me in. I think Nicki Minaj, as an artist, though, she did influence my pen. So Nicki.
I want to preface it by saying I listened to on Tidal because it's not Spotify, but on Tidal, I listened to it was like the top 100 Rihanna songs, and Rihanna has no misses. I can say that with pure confidence, not a single miss.
Not a single miss.
But Nicki Minaj shifted an entire culture, y'all. I had pink and black bangs when I was in high school, and I hate that now. Like she don't get the credit that she deserves. She completely shifted a culture. And also when she first came out, it was the era of YouTube when we saw Itty Bitty Piggy and we saw her freestyles and we like, bro, what this? And then she crossed over and she started doing pop stuff. Like her impact in her prime, nobody's touching Nicki Minaj. Nobody. Yeah. So that's my vote.
Okay. Got Nicki.
Mariah Carey? In their prime.
Let's be real.
But can we even evaluate this? I wasn't alive too much yet. I was born in the 2000s, so I feel like I'm skewed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mine is skewed too.
I wish I was.
I'm a 96
because Kanye, I've been able to see.
Yeah. And none of us really saw Mariah. I barely saw Mariah.
So this is how I would gauge it, and this is how I was thinking about it on my own. I was like, whose decline was sharper, steeper, and like worse than the others?
Easy, absolutely.
You think Mariah's was?
Yeah, because people still go fucking buy Kanye shit right now.
No, I think Kanye's decline.
I think Kanye.
I ain't gonna hold y'all because Kanye was that guy.
Yeah,
he had three like back-to-back like classics.
I'm talking about like Kanye.
His fall off
was hard.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like with Kanye's fall off, it didn't necessarily like mean like, okay, we're not gonna sell as much, or we're not gonna be able to perform in these type of venues, or we're not gonna still be able to generate a crowd. Like Mariah Carey's fall off, her whole big I'm the main girl in pop era kind of like faded. It started getting replaced with other girls like Rihanna, and
even Ariana Grande.
Cool
you kind of got a point. You got a point.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Kanye, if he dropped like he is about to drop, like Kanye still has this big pool of the fans, but also other people in rap will still like try to mention him and bring it out. Like Drake's still salty about a lot of shit that Kanye was doing, you know what I'm saying? And that just shows how big Kanye was and how big his fan base is. His fall off, even though it's a tremendous fall off, your core fan base, which is us, the black people, we don't really fuck with you like that no more because of the shit you're saying. But he replaced us with another fan base and they still got it. I feel like with Mariah Carey, it kind of got replaced, you know what I'm saying? Because though she got the Christmas song and that's cool and shit, she got way other songs that was actually bigger than that song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even mention that no more. That song gets tied to, the holiday. And of course, everybody loves Christmas, but besides that, what we get.
Yeah, because Mariah's even fantasy is like now energy with Lotto. Like that's like remastered to that. And then like Ariana Grande does her whistles, and Mariah, because she never took care of her voice, can't even do half her whistles anymore.
Two things we can judge them off of now, and that's, were they ever the best at what they were doing?
Oh, Kanye. Well, Mariah, I feel like at one point was. She was the best at that high
note. She was.
Absolutely. I definitely was.
He was arguably the best, but there was still Lil Wayne, and there was still
in 04?
I'm saying, whatever his prime was, even though he gave us classics, he was like the people's champ. He wasn't the world champion, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the best. Mariah having to go through all that she did, not only industry-wise, but professionally and as an artist, that Kanye West still complains about to this day. Like, he did not get the deals he wanted. He was stuck in publishing deals that were pretty much slaving, like making him enslaved to what he was doing. So he was a people's champion because he gave us classic art. Mariah also went through that, but reinvented herself out of it. Right. She just had more longevity than he did, even though her decline was steeper, and she kind of just fell off to the point where you don't even want to hear from her no more. And I it's hard for me to choose between the two. Personally, of course, I would give it to Kanye West, but I feel like Mariah Carey has done more in the era she had it in than Kanye West has done, because there was too many more like Kanye's in the world. Like, he was getting his confidence from Jay-Z. He was getting a lot of like sounds and other elements of his production from people who were doing everything. And Mariah Carey, yes, she was just a songwriter and just a singer, but she just did that way more amazingly than I feel like Kanye was a producer or Kanye was an artist.
I can see that. My point to the contrary, because I would disagree on it, because I feel like, with Mariah, she had the machine, you know what I'm saying? Kanye had to go against the machine at first. Jay-Z didn't even want that motherfucker around. I'm attributing my strong points with Kanye to the early days, you know what I'm saying? I say he's very revolutionary, because even though it came out to be a whole bunch of Kanyes, originally it was no Kanyes. Everybody was trying to listen to shit like 50 Cent, and gangsta music and stuff. He shifted the whole aspect of what a rapper could be. Like, you don't just gotta be a thug. You could be a fashion icon. You could wear Louis Vuitton and do fashion runways and stuff like that. Have a whole orchestra behind you and still sound cool and still be that guy. Still rock the chain. I feel like he expanded of how versatile a rapper could be. You know what I'm saying? With Mariah, she was just playing the system, and she was one of the best at it in the system. But as far as, like revolutionizing something, I have to go with Kanye for sure. Even on that standpoint of what a producer could be. You know what I'm saying? Because like he just was like, no, make beats, Kanye. That's all you can do. Kanye for sure shaped what a rapper could be. He made a new artist like business mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can follow the Kanye mode. I'm gonna have to go with Kanye with this one.
Interesting. Like, I hear everything and I'm like, that does make sense. And I think also because, circling back to The Weeknd, Kanye did make a path for The Weeknd to even be something that's different than
True.
Well, Weeknd's not a rapper, but like shifting the narrative of what black men can create in the music industry. You want to take this one?
You know, what's difficult for me is that, like, I agree with everything you're saying about Ye, but with Mariah, I think the issue is, y'all say Ariana Grande, but who else?
Oh. Yeah,
like no tea, no shade though. When we talking about talent and range, like she's in her own range, so it's easy to say Kanye because his impact influenced a generation of people, but a lot of people can't replicate Mariah.
Yeah, people can't.
That might be a red flag because everybody else can do it.
But that's not to diminish Ye's talent because the guy's a genius. But it's just like Mariah was one of the last of her kind.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too. It's two different generations.
It's too hard.
Because Ye, we grew up seeing Ye. Mariah, I was born in her prime, I believe.
Yeah.
In 96. So it's like I honestly really didn't grow up listening to Mariah. And I didn't grow up really listening to Ye, but I was old enough to understand and see Ye and see the impact. Like his impact, I love how you said as an artist and a producer.
That's unheard of. At that point.
Culturally, but I'm gonna have to make my decision in a second. Because like I said, Mariah is the last of her kind.
When you say Mariah's last of the kind, like I miss women singing ballads the way they sang ballads back in the day. And I think the closest thing I can get to that is Beyonce or Ariana Grande.
My final answer is Mariah. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say mine is Mariah.
It's a tiebreaker then.
It's a tiebreaker
because of what you have
She's
said.
One
of like nobody in this gen.
Oh, you said Mariah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nicki Minaj versus Mariah Carey in their prime. Who's winning?
Oh, that's the shit? Oh, that's what I said.
That's it. Ooh.
Y'all got that one first.
I got my choice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got my choice too.
Mine's Nicki.
I was gonna say.
I might go Nicki too.
Nicki. Nicki.
Shout out to Mariah though. Mariah got a lot of songs, but impact wise, you gotta go Nicki.
Yeah, Nicki.
You think Nicki Minaj's prime is better than Mariah Carey's prime?
That was a culture, bro.
Her prime is for sure more impactful. Now in the prime, of course, Mariah Carey had more hits, but like you said, it's the machine. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna have more hits. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like impact, like okay, after both of their primes was done, who left a mark the most on the culture? I said Nicki. You know what I'm saying?
I can see Nicki.
Once Mariah was done, it wasn't like, okay, we gotta find a new Mariah. It was just like, new girls just came upon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after Nicki, even to this day, you know, you get clone Nickies, and the whole business model is still Nicki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say Nicki is like one of the least decorated, but she has the most impact. Like, because Mariah Carey, come on, like accolades, we can go all day.
The same debate and the same, I guess, point I brought up with Kanye. Like, Nicki Minaj is the people's champion of it too. Like, people has done more and shifted people and their influences more. But Mariah Carey technically has accomplished more than her.
Way more,
If Nicki Minaj is so impactful, how is she so replicable? Like, there's no other Mariah Carey. There's no other.
You have a point. That's the same point that I brought up.
Well,
I know, Urel.
Right? That's kind of.
I know.
I get it.
I think it's because I got a soft spot for Nicki. Like, I don't think she gets enough credit. Like, she shifted an entire, like, and it's not even about generation. It's about culture. Like, it don't matter who the generation is. I did bring up that point with Mariah and Ye, but like, I still stand on it.
I get it.
I do. Like, and it's funny because when you comparing accolades, there is no comparison.
Right.
But culturally, like, I just don't think people understand Nicki's impact. I mean, she's even impacted the singers too. Like, pop girlies, like everything, aesthetics, fashion, and she don't get no credit for it. That's the crazy thing. I mean, I know she's kind of controversial now in some ways, but like, it was a whole shift with Nicki, like on all levels.
She's a door opener.
And I'm an R&B girly. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I know more Mariah than I do Nicki, but just like impact at peak impact, I really haven't seen an artist do it like Nicki, honestly.
If you look at the game right now, who's most likely to come up and be a star? What would y'all say?
What do you mean? Like, who?
All the type of artists you could have, what's the most likely to come up and instantly like blow?
Hip hop.
Female rapper.
Female rapper, yeah. But it's just right now, though. That's just the time.
Dang, you gotta play though. Not even male rapper, like female rapper
today, right now, 2024, will blow up first before any type of artist.
It's
For a pop artist,
your ass off.
like you can whistle notes. Yeah, look, you can play 12 instruments. It don't matter.
Looks good and can rap just slightly a little bit, do her thing. You know,
just as long as she look good.
Right.
And she's black adjacent. She don't even have to be black.
It's so much to say about consumers being the problem with why that's the case.
Yeah.
Neither of them can control. It's not Mariah Carey's fault that
Nicki
Minaj. It's not anybody's fault that Nicki Minaj gets slighted, but the consumers. Like, they still give her flowers, copy her, and literally steal her whole pink print, but still treat her like she's not one of the ones, you know?
Yeah.
So it really ain't their fault, and their crimes are respectively very commendable. But I get why y'all choose it.
Yeah. What you choose, Brooklyn?
Oh, I chose Nicki.
Oh, okay.
You chose Nicki too?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah. And SpongeBob.
It's SpongeBob.
That's real.
I think
Nicki and SpongeBob. That is wow.
2011.
Together though.
Hey, somebody gotta make it.
Yeah,
You're real. Let me find
y'all
out.
see the videos of Sandy Cheeks rapping now?
She was sliding.
So I was like,
Patrick singing, bro.
Oh, yeah.